Okay. All right. Shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming today with a message. Title: This is only for those who are in the light. Now, the Most High, hear me announce that. This message is only for individuals who are in the light. And I would mention that again. This message is only for he that is in the light. It's not for people who think they're in the light. It's for individuals who are in the light only. My son, Joseph, I call him Quiet Storm. He had an emergency, which it was, and he could not come on live this evening. He was planning on, and he said he will make sure he come on and do videos on this live. But today he had an issue where he had to take care of something, and he wasn't able to make it on live this evening. So here you have this little old hen again. And I believe that it was the Father's will that I speak to you all today. Again, I'm only speaking and addressing those that are in the light. And I really want you all to understand, I don't have nothing against anyone who walks in their light. But this message is to target individuals that know that they know that the light rests in them and them in the light. That's what this message is about. Today, Sister Deborah had her most important doctor appointment. Everything turned out good, which I myself did not think that I would survive today. I thought today would be my last day. Really. I didn't think like that until the Ruach paid me a visit this morning. And when he paid me that visit, and he pulled up in that lane, ooh-wee. I had, what you say, he'll pour out a blessing where you won't have room to receive. And this type of blessing was a blessing to my spirit. To my spirit was this a blessing. And he poured out it and kept pouring it out to the point, here I am, finna pour some into those who are the light. Have your pen and your piece of paper. I got a full revelation of the beginning and the end. Woo! Praise the Most High Yah. When the Holy Spirit poured out revelation to me this morning, I couldn't do nothing but just say, Father, it's it. That's it for me, ain't it? That's it. It's time for me to go, ain't it? It's time for me to pack up and go, ain't it, Father? I had a doctor appointment at 11:30. I was praying all the way there because I just did not believe I would even survive, live to this time, to this hour, to this minute, at this second. I could, what he revealed to me, I said, oh, so it's just time for me to go. Is it time for me to go? And yes, I was praying. I was praying all the way to my appointment. It didn't feel right. Something just was not right. When he poured out that revelation on me, it cleared up everything I ever questioned, even myself, about. That was what you call a real spiritual revelation. He began to tell me about Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20 was a mystery inside of a mystery. And as he began to tell me that, I began to say I shared it with others, but I wanted others' insight. And even though you kept shaking me regarding it, I thought I was getting it. I thought I had it. I thought I had it packed down. I thought, hey, this is good. This is good. This is good. But when the Most High Yah poured up in my lane this morning, he gave me the fullness of the fullness of the fullness revelation like I have never heard it. When I heard it, all I can do is think I'm going to die today. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. I thought this was my end day. I knew I wasn't going to make it today. Not after what he shared with me. And I got up and he began to talk to me and I began to write everything down. I said, that's why you've been on my back about Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. It's more to it. He said, Deborah, it's a mystery inside of a mystery. But let me tell you, let me just go on give you the full revelation. I want to say to you all out there, do not enter into this page if you are not the light. Okay? If you are not the light. Now, I know people are going to do it, but you know what I like about it? Y'all already heard me. It's gone out to the wind. Get off this page right now. When you tune in, tune out. Because this page is strictly for individuals who are the light. They are the ones. Okay? Because what I'm about to say ain't going to help you if you're not the light. You ain't going to even get the revelation. You ain't going to even feel this thing. You ain't going to even comprehend it. And it don't make no sense for you to get on here and play the role thinking you know, I can just step in and I can pretend or I can be, you know, just say I am where I feel I am. It ain't about your feelings. Ain't nothing in the spiritual realm about your feelings. So again, this message is not for no one but those that are in the light, and they are called the one. Again, the Most High have heard me say unto you, do not enter into this page. It's not for you. Maybe some other day, but not today. Not this message. When I get to what he was saying, let's just start off with what he was telling me this morning. He kept talking to me to where I had to write stuff down, y'all. I couldn't. And it was almost, he was saying, write it down, write it down, write it down. I'm the type of person, I'm so stubborn. I said, oh, I remember it, Father, y'all. I remember it. But today, y'all, Sister Deborah is telling you, I did not think I would live today. And if you only knew what that meant, you would say it, Deborah, you could have been gone. I did not think that I would live today. Not after what he shared with me this morning. Because even him sharing it with me, he didn't have to, but it did. It revealed to me who I was the beginning to the end, and the purpose that rests therein. And I'm like, you mean that's y'all? Let me tell y'all what the Ruach was teaching me this morning made me realize, oh man, that the beginning to the end has not even been seen, has not even been known about. And in my mind, I'm like, but hold up, wait a minute, hold up, what you doing, Father? Y'all, huh? But I wasn't saying that like that to him. I was saying it in a way that, well, Father, it never was meant that you get it. Let's start there. So I'm going to suggest anybody that come onto this page, your best bet is to do about face and go out. Because this is only for the one. This is only for those who are in the light. Because let me tell you something. You get your butt on this page and you sit and listen to this, Sister Deborah. You better pray after you listen to this that you don't fall under depression. You don't fall under wicked and evil. Because that's what I'm saying. This is not the type of message that you come in and thinking I can go anywhere I want. I can listen to anything I want to listen to, or I can handle it. This is not for you. And those that it's not for, you just gonna be clowning. Listen, your ears is just clowning because you ain't got no business on this page. This is for the one. Those that are the light. And listen to this. He's been on my back, y'all. He's been on my back about Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. The thing about Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20, I thought I got it. I thought I got, what he was saying. Even when I sent it out to others and say, well, what do you think? What do you think? What do you feel? Can you get it? Can you feel this thing? And I just assumed, hey, I got it. Let me explain something to y'all. You think you know me, you don't know me. Sister Deborah has been in a mindset that I did exactly identical to what we need to do. We need to judge ourselves daily, that no man may judge us. You see? I judge myself in a way that anybody else would judge somebody else. I go to the altar and say, Father Yah, I know you are greater in me than anything in the world. But if there's a narcissist in me, remove. Father Yah, if it's a hypocrite resting within me, remove. If there are a liar rest within me, remove. Father, anything that's in me that's not representing you, remove. Yeah, this is a daily. Because those are the things I don't want to come nowhere near. And because this sister been dealing with the Ruach since she was 4, I could not and I have not been able to understand, why must I see the negative? Why must I behold the evil? Why is it that I can't preach and teach what the ears want to hear? Why is it can't be something that can maybe soothe the itchy ears? Let me, and it might pay the road. I don't know. I remember saying to the Father, give me something that would be on the positive end to make someone feel like it's worth running on. He never did. I waited for him. He never did. So this morning, y'all, when he was talking to me, he was talking to me from the inside with a quiet voice. And I could understand everything he was saying. He was talking to me with a quiet voice within. And my thing was always going before him. And I did studies even on narcissists. I did studies on hypocrites. I did studies on backbiting, or I did studies on everything that we can call individuals today that's on the dark side. Why? Because I was judging myself, y'all. I was judging myself. I was judging myself because I could not understand, why is it I can't feed the people information that's not as potent, that's not as bold, that's not as hardcore? Why is it when he visited me today, he set me free? I was like a bird that can go out a window and fly and never return. That's how free I am, y'all. He freed me from even judging myself. Praise the mighty God. Because he took me to the beginning, to the end, and he sealed that bad boy. And when he finished with me, let me tell you, I was getting ready to go to my doctor appointment, and I had my grandbaby, having to take her. But I was like, oh, please, if anything happened, Father, don't let my grandbaby die. Let them get to my grandbaby. All the way to the doctor's office, because I knew I was dying. I knew I had to die. I knew I had to die today. It's no way I could have lived with the mindset that it's over for me on this side. I'm going to take y'all all the way there. And I already know it ain't going to do nothing for you. But it's going to do something for me. Because I want to share this, even if it's with that, just when I say a single, now I'm going to go into a single individual. So that you can know that you don't be hindering or thinking that you are somebody that got it the wrong way and you can't seem to teach it the right way, which is the right way is the wrong way. Ooh, Father, y'all. He had Quiet Storm to come over here yesterday when I came from the doctor's office. All of a sudden, I got ready, fed the grandbaby, sat down, and I was eating, and all of a sudden somebody knocked at the door. Here go Quiet Storm. Who was it at the door? It was Quiet Storm. I said, why you ain't at work? He's a director. Why you ain't at work? He said, oh, I just didn't go in. And we began to talk about the word. I said, did you read Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, I did. And do you all know that he actually got it close enough to say, wow. Let's go there. In Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20, y'all, it holds a mystery. It holds the mystery. And I want y'all to just hold on. Just be patient. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. It holds the mystery to what, Deborah? The beginning to the end. And he suffered it to be what he wanted me to know to set me free. To set me free. It even answered the question of why the tree of life was by the tree of knowledge of good and evil. he broke that thing down, and all I can think about is time to die. Y'all will never understand where I'm coming from. If you got the Ruach in you, and he come and he give you the full revelation, hey, let me tell you, you probably will take your own life. Because I just didn't think I was going to make it today. Now listen to this. In Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20, he took me there. He began to say, Deborah, you taught him Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20, but I wanted you to know the mystery, because the mystery is detached to the beginning all the way to the end. And I'm like saying, is that why you've been on my back? That's why you keep telling me Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. I keep going in it and I see it. Guess what, y'all? Y'all about to be free. Sister Deborah finna set somebody free so they can fly. Just so you're gonna open up the window and you're gonna fly. And I don't mean go jump out a window. I mean spiritually fly. We've been turmoiling with our own self, trying to bring something to something that can't be brought anything. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. This is how he brought it to me. He said, Deborah, just like you were teaching him, woe, woe, woe is a form of warning, cautious. Who is up in here warning? And who is being warned? Woe unto. Now he's going to tell you who he's telling this cautious, this warning to. Woe unto who? Them, Deborah. Them. But Father, who is them? I'm warning them. Stop right there. Right there. Right there. Woe. It's like even like the trumpet of warning. Woe unto them. You see that, Deborah? I said, yeah, I see it. So it's somebody you talking to, and they know already that you're talking to them. Yes. Watch this here. That call evil good. They call it evil good. Watch this here. And they call good evil. That put darkness, what do you mean? Them, Deborah, the one I'm warning. Deborah, I'm warning them. They know who I'm warning. They know who I'm talking to. Deborah, you don't, but they do. They put good, no, listen to this. They put darkness for light. So now darkness overshadow light. Watch this here. And light for darkness. And they flip light into darkness. How can y'all escape that? You can't. Watch this here. That they're going to put bitter for sweet. You know how people have bitter hearts? That's hate. And they put sweet for bitter. I can sit here and keep reading that all day. And that's why I said this message is not for any and everybody. But Father, I done said it to them, Father. I asked them to get off this page. This is only for those who are in the light. Now it has gone on out already. You're going to be confused and you're going to be lost. Okay? So I advise you to get away from here as quick as you can. Because this message is not for you. So right there in Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20, the mystery in that is there's no light. There's no light. There's no good. There's no good. There's no sweet. There's no sweet, y'all. Because what? Evil, darkness, and a bitter heart, which is hate, has taken over. Good, light, and sweet. It has taken over. It has taken it over, y'all. There's no light. There's no good. There's no bitter. No sweet. Because evil, darkness, and a hateful heart has taken over it to the point that it reversed the light and made it only darkness. It reversed good and made everything bad. It reversed a sweet heart into a hateful heart. The other day, every topic that I have spoke in the last 5 videos is somewhere was always trying to take me back to here. Remember yesterday, can't nothing be reversed? Guess what? This can't be reversed. This cannot be reversed. When he gave everybody, remember that topic we talked about, our purpose? Our purpose were already in us. But he gave Satan a purpose to deceive the whole world. Not partial, not 50%, not this one and not that one, but the whole world. Satan's purpose before he got down here. The calling of his purpose was called out once he was brought down. He come down. Who said that? He come down. Who said that? To deceive, Deborah, the whole world. That was his purpose. In that purpose, the opportunity to deceive and take good and make it evil on every corner, to make light darkness on every corner, to make sweet bitter on every corner. Satan has mastered the purpose that heavens had assigned him. You see? What did he take out? Everything that leads to righteousness. Satan stripped it from it. That's why people don't know the difference from right and from wrong. Like this country has done people wrong. And they can't see the wrong. They can't feel the wrong. They can't call it wrong. Why? Because wrong has been switched from right. So all they have left is to believe that wrong is right. Because right has been taken out of the world. When he's sitting here saying, woe to them, to me? No, Deborah. To them. Who is them? They know who I'm talking about, Deborah. You just don't. that call, Deborah, they call evil good and good evil. And then he asked me the question, where is good then, Deborah? I said, Father, if evil called good evil and evil good, then there's no good. He said, now you're getting it. If they call darkness light and light darkness, then there's no light. All there is darkness. If they take bitter and call it sweet, and sweet bitter, then what happened to the sweet? It don't exist. Drop down to verse 23 so you can get what I'm saying, because you're a long ways from home understanding what I'm saying, even if I'm breaking it down. Verse 23. We still on Isaiah chapter 5, verse 23. Which justify. And what does justify mean? Show or prove to be right or reasonable. Let's say that again. Show or prove to be right or reasonable. Now let's go back to verse 33. Which justify that wicked for a reward. Watch this here. And they take away what? See? They take away righteousness. There's no righteous job. There's no righteousness job. All these years I've been thinking it was me. Trying to teach this and wonder why they couldn't see it, why they couldn't get it, why they can't comprehend it, why they can't come into a unity with the oneness of understanding. Listen to what he said. In verse 3, it tells you, what do? Which justify wicked for a reward. Wicked is rewarded. Why? Because he that come down to deceive had the ability to take away good, to take away the light, and to take away that which is a sweet and make it bitter. Hateful. You see? It's telling you in verse 23. What did they get rid of? Listen to what it says in 23. Which justify wicked for rewards. Watch this here. And take away righteous. Who can take away righteous? Father God, wait a minute. Hold up. Of righteousness from him. They stripped righteous from you. Righteous been taken away. That's what he's telling them. Whoa, you think I don't see what you're doing? I know what y'all doing. Y'all done took away light. Y'all done took away good. Y'all done took away sweet. And y'all rewarding it all. Evil is being rewarded. And then it's telling you in 23. And take away righteousness of the righteous from him. From who? From the righteous ones. Why? And how can they do that? It's because they designed for wrong to be right. And right to be wrong, then where is right? It got lost in wrong. If you're going to take evil for good and you're going to make evil good and evil, then where did good get? What happened to good? It got lost in evil. It disappeared. If you're going to change darkness for light and light for darkness, then where's the light? It disappeared in darkness. So the mystery is we're sitting ducks. And it's still going away the will of the Father. It ain't changing. So let's continue. So he says to me, if they could see right here in verse 20, where's good? Where's the light? And where's sweet? It got lost in the switch up. Because even if evil switched good for evil, he didn't switch evil for good. So where's good? It's gone. What happened to it? Evil took it away. Evil did exactly what my message was yesterday, reversed. So if darkness took light and made darkness took light and made light darkness, well, where's light? Darkness took it away. This is the power of the purpose of Satan. To deceive by eating it up with evil. Good with evil. Eating good up. Darkness eating the light up. It's swished. So this is why there's no light. This is why it's dark. This is why there's no good. This is why people have bitter hearts. So in a sense, he was saying to me, so you trying to teach something to a bunch of people that have no good, have no light, Deborah, and have a hateful heart. Because the heart is no longer sweet. It's bitter. It was taken away a long time ago. You know what Quiet Storm told me? When I got back from the doctor's office, and he come knocking at the door, and I asked him, did God ever reveal something to him? You know what he said? Mama, it looked like all of them been gone for a long time. I said, so you can see it? Yes. What's gone for a long time? Good, the light, and sweet. They have taken righteous out of righteous. And they are rewarding and have reward for evil. And they've been doing it. Not when you got over here for 400 years, your ancestors. They've been doing it for a mighty long time. Now listen to this. Everyone that comes into the world comes as a seed of the spirit or the seed of Satan, which is a seed, as they say, of the serpent. You're still dealing with the light and the darkness. You're still dealing with the light and the darkness. The darkness has swallowed up the light. The light, too, bypass darkness. Will you fully understand darkness? No. You won't fully understand it. Listen to what he says. The straight gate and the narrow is the way, which leadeth to life. And few there be that find it. He brought the full revelation to me regarding it. He said, Deborah, those that find it is like unto you. Y'all find it, that which has been gone. You find the gate that leadeth to life. But he said, but very few there be, Deborah, that shall find that. You have found that. But guess what? He brought revelation to me and said, even though you have found through the narrow gate that leadeth to life, there's still those who would never go to the narrow gate, but they are signed. They are assigned and ordained to life eternal. Just because he says, and very few there will find it. It's that few that he is living in, showing the light in the midst of all the darkness. They are the few that find life. But there are many that are ordained from the kingdom to receive eternal life. That's not the same ones who find it. The few that find it life, they find it life. How did they get an opportunity to find it life? It's because they are the light in this end day that's coming out of darkness, revealing the darkness that has been hidden all this time. This is why it is said, that which is in the dark shall come to light. Why? All of this time, y'all, light was taken away. Darkness had conquered the light. All this time, evil had conquered good. All this time, bitter had conquered sweet. But in that end day, those that are very few shall find the way through the narrow gate that lead to life. They are the light that sits in darkness, waiting to bring light out of darkness, because the light has been lost in darkness. All this time, light has been lost in darkness. That's why the end is bringing light. You remember when I told you, he said, no matter what you say, how you teach it, how you break it down, even if you repeat what I'm saying, it still is not going to get them to hear it, to see it, nor to understand it. Why? Because you have to be the light that he has called in the end days to pour the truth out of the darkness, because the truth has been withheld in the darkness all the way up until the end day. This is why people, when I tell y'all, oh, they dropped the ball and they never taught this, or they didn't preach this and they didn't teach this, they couldn't have, even if they, that's what the Quiet Storm said, but mama, they couldn't even if they tried. It was lost. It was all lost in darkness. Had not everything been flipped over, good, evil, evil, good, light, dark, dark, light, sweet, bitter, bitter, sweet, guess what? The ball would have been picked up and light would have been revealed. So all this time I'm thinking, why Why is it they can't preach that? Why can't they teach it? Why it's sitting right here? What is it they don't understand? I assume that, hey, wait a minute. They don't have the Ruach. They don't have the Holy Spirit. Because if you look here, it tells you in verse 23, Isaiah 5 and verse 23, which justify the wicked for rewards. And take away. Who can take away righteous? See that down? Listen to read it. Now, when you look at that, you got to understand. And take away righteousness of the righteous from him. Who is him? Those who had righteous. Who holds righteous. The wicked has taken it from them. How did the wicked take it? They flipped it. They made right wrong and wrong right. So where is right? It's lost in wrong. You mean righteous is lost in wrong? Yes. He was coming to deceive the whole world. That's why the key is his deception. Because his deception switched everything out of its righteous mode and flipped it, and that's where it's at today. That's where it's at today. And I'm like saying, so what really actually took place was Christ is what we should have in us. Because he flipped good of those who hold good. He flipped it out. Traded for evil. And evil for good. He took darkness and made it light. And he took light and made it darkness. So where is the light? It got lost in darkness. But he that holds the light and the light is not the Son of Man. The light is the Son of Yah, which is the Father's beloved Son. He come to live in us, to be the light, to walk in. So now we walking around with the light. And guess what? The reason why Sister Deborah's in here battling, I would rather, now listen to what I'm saying. I would rather have something to label myself to be. If I'm a narcissist, then that's why I'm like this. If I'm a hypocrite, oh, well, that's why I'm like this. If I'm judgmental, well, that's why I'm like this. But guess what it was? I'm neither nor. Because everything in the world has been flipped to wrong. And the world lives on wrong and not right. That's deep. I don't know. Everybody want to make everybody think they holy then die. Go on, be as holy as you want to be. But the truth be told, the light has been defeated by darkness. When you get to the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse, I think it's 5. Let me get there. In the Gospel of John, chapter 1, and verse 5, and the light shineth in darkness, but the darkness comprehended not. Why isn't the darkness comprehend that light exists? Because it's shadowing the light. so it don't have to comprehend it. It comes to flip it, reverse it out of what it stands for and make it dark. Satan could not have deceived the world had light exist. Satan would not have been able to deceive the world if good exists. So he had to do away with good and make it evil and make evil good. So now good is lost. So what we're living is the lie. We're not of the world, but we in it. And we live it by the standards they're in. Because it has been switched. So Yah saying, in the end days, I got a crew of those who's coming, and they represent the light. But that light is coming out of darkness. How did the light get into darkness? It's because the darkness flipped everything into it. So the light got called into darkness. And in the end days, that which is in the dark is coming out. The light is coming out of darkness in the end days. The Gospel of John said, the light shineth, but the darkness comprehended not. Because the darkness, the evil had gotten full victory when he got the opportunity to flip good into evil and evil into good. Therefore, good got lost. You remember Peter was saying, when I try to do good, evil is present. And why is it, he said, I end up doing that which is evil versus that which is right? Y'all don't see it, do you? You know why? It was reversed. And he couldn't get away with it. He couldn't get out of it. And y'all knew it. What's that topic we was talking about? Blameless. See, y'all knew it all the time. All the time. That we got a purpose. And the purpose is not how we understand the purpose. It's how heaven orchestrated the purpose. And the purpose has nothing to do with how we see it to be. And that's why we see right. We hear right. We think right. We feel right. But we're doing everything wrong. Because our right is set up in wrong. And our wrong is set up in right. This is why the whole world is wicked and evil. This is why. This set me so free to understand all this time you couldn't defeat it like unto Adam in the garden, Eve in the garden. It was flipped because one had one purpose on the earth, and that was to deceive the whole world. Not partial, not half, but the whole world. And to deceive the whole world, you would have to take the creation of what is good, righteous, the light, and you can say sweet, and flip it to the opposite so that you can fully deceive the world. And that's how he was able to deceive the world. Now, someone might say, well, that's bad. That don't sound, that's good. Because before he got his butt down here, our spirit should already got the revelation in our studying and in our teaching and in our listening to the Holy Spirit that was his purpose. He came down here to deceive the whole world. He has fulfilled his purpose. And he did it to the utmost. He did it. He made that thing what it is. So when you get back to Matthew's 24, Matthew's 24 and Matthew's 24. Where's my Matthew's 24? And you remember, and 4. You remember in Matthew's 24 and 4? The disciples asked, what will be the end? What will be the end of the time of your coming? The end before your coming. What will be the end? What did he tell them? Don't you be deceived. Because even Yeshua knew that that's the only thing that was going to take away everything that is good, that is the light, that is sweet, that is right, would be evil, wrong, the darkness, and bitter. Bitter mean hate. So he's telling them, don't be deceived. Wait a minute. I was speaking to you all yesterday. Why are you telling the disciples they about to receive the Ruach? The day of Pentecost, so they about to receive the Ruach. Don't you know that? You mean Yeshua knew having the Ruach was not going to mean you're not going to be deceived? Ooh, wee! All that thou hast given me, I have not lost one. But why are you leading them to believe? Or not to believe, but you're leading them by your last words to them was not your last, but you had a final, how would I say, final power words to them on Mount Olive. And your first thing you wanted them to understand, the main thing, be not deceived. Because that is what we have lived on, being deceived. So all of these years, I was trying to make it make sense why people lay down, wake up, walk, talk, act, live, understand everything that's wrong. And when it come down to understanding the light, spirit and truth, righteous, upright and just, what happens? They can't make it there. They can't get it. They can't understand it. It don't penetrate. They can't feel it. Because right is wrong, been flipped to wrong, and wrong has been flipped to right. So what happened to right? Read Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 23. They flipped it to where you won't find righteous. They flipped it so you won't understand nor go in the way of the light. They flipped it so you wouldn't understand good. Just like in the garden, Jonah in the well, he said, Mama, wait a minute. You was talking about, he was talking, I was telling him, I don't understand. Why is it I can only see the wrong? I can only see wrong. Why is it I only see the bad? Why is it that I only see the evil? Why? He set me free. Like a bird flying free in the midst of the wind. I didn't need you to see the good. As I had Adam and Eve in the garden, Deborah, everything was good. And I let everyone understand everything I created was good. It was perfect. It was excellent. It was everything was perfect. It was sinless in the garden. And when I put Adam and Eve there, I put them in the midst of righteous. I put them in the midst of good. I put them in the midst of the light, Deborah. But I also did something else, Deborah. I put the tree of knowledge of good and evil there as well. See, Deborah, Satan has his purpose from the kingdom. Kingdom had assigned him his purpose. And as many bypass Genesis 3, and I think it's 23. Let me see if that's it. Genesis 3. Watch this here, y'all. Watch this. Watch this here. Genesis 3 and verse 22. Hear this. Hear this. Genesis 3 and verse 22. And Yah said, behold. Behold mean look. He's now talking to the angels in the kingdom. He said, behold, man is become as one of us. Become as one of us. To know is knowledge. To know good and evil. To know. Now it's being announced that now Adam know what we know from the kingdom. About what? Good and evil. But then what did he say? And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also the tree of life and eat and live forever. But wait a minute. When you created them in perfection, perfect, good, excellent, sinless. Everything that they had was good. Why did we need to know the evil of good and evil? Because I was sending him down. I was sending him down. He had a purpose in my will. He had a role to play in my will. To represent darkness, evil. So all that time, I'm thinking that, okay, I did. I mean, as a young 16, 17, I was like, well, why would you put that tree in there if everything was good anyway and all like this here? And why would you put the tree in there? Why would you even have it near life, the tree of life? Why would you put that tree in there? If you don't want Satan in the heavens, Father, why are you bringing him down to the earth where you put humans? All because of what took place in the kingdom before the foundation of the world. So Satan's purpose was to deceive the whole world. And the only way he can deceive the whole world is to strip the world from all the world knew before he came down. What did the world know? The light, righteous, good. So he come down to deceive the world. How can he deceive the world? He got to take good out of the world. He have to take the light out. You see? He had to switch it so that he can deceive the whole world. And it is said that was his purpose. Do you all understand? If he was not able to deceive the whole world, then the world ain't gonna ever be moved. It's gonna continue until he has been able to deceive the whole world. And from the look of it, we have walked straight into his end time. That's why light poured up in the midst of all this darkness. So when Sister Deborah come up and start telling you about back in Genesis, what was going on back in Genesis? It was perfect. The light was present. Righteous was there. Good was there. And I say they dropped the ball, where? Back in that day. And I'm thinking, okay, they dropped the ball. And if they dropped the ball, that means that, hey, wait a minute. All this time the ball been dropped? Yes, it has. Because what Satan come to do was to deceive the whole world. And Yah had a ram in the bush all the time, which was his beloved son, whom he created with his right hand. And he called him the Son of Yah, which is Christ. He was not born flesh. He came into flesh that was already born, which was from Mary. They tell you the Son of Man was born of the flesh. The beloved Son, which is the Son of Yah, stepped into that flesh to assist him. That's why it was easy for all of them. And see, a lot of people didn't even understand. When it says he came into his own, and his own received him not. We got to understand what is his own. Which one is he talking about? The Son of Man or the Son of Yah? You see? Is he talking about they came into his own, those who are of the seed of the light, or those who are of the flesh of the Son of Man? His relative, his bloodline. You see? His Judah. He came into his own, and his own received him not. Are they talking about his own as far as his flesh bloodline being Judah, or his own as far as his spiritual line? Stephen said something. Yeshua said something. And y'all brought that to me. He said, what did Yeshua say? Forgive them, for they know not. Stephen, he's being stoned. He began to look up and speak to Yah. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. That's because people do wrong and their whole mental state call it right. I've told y'all over and over why y'all can't see what they doing. Y'all can't see them doing you wrong. Y'all can't see them taking your money. Nobody can't seem to see nothing. That's why the Ruach shared with me the full revelation. How do you expect them to see now, Deborah? I don't. Because The whole thing has been switched to where they only see wrong and they feel right about it. They only walk in darkness and they enjoy it. They only believe that hate, but they don't want to call it hate, but that's where their hearts are at. And they call themselves, oh, I'm sweet. Not knowing that deceiver has deceived you to the level where you call wrong right and right wrong. They turned around and said, let's start doing, what's that, bio coin or crypto coin, whatever they call it. And everybody was clapping and joyful. And that's a couple of months ago. We finna switch the currency over to that. You ain't heard nothing else about it. But look how the whole world, you had all nation, even Judah, so excited. Everybody thinking, Rome in this world has hid, not has hidden, has flipped, reversed is my topic yesterday. They have reversed good and right and made it evil. So this is why you're thinking you're teaching people. You're not. It's only the light is going to be able to see in this darkness, because that's what he's using to bring truth out in the end days. So Quiet Storm said, but he ain't bringing truth out to set nobody free. I said, nope, he's not. He's showing you that I am the beginning and the end. As I am in the beginning, so shall I be in the end. Bring that light on out of this darkness. You see? He has, and this is what Quiet Storm said. He said, they have, Mama, it's been going on too long. It's too long to even look for it to switch. It is. It's been going on for too long. Too long. So those who are of the light, they are the one that can see in darkness. That's how they can find their way to the narrow gate. And that's why he said it's only a few, Deborah, that shall find their way to life. But you know what he checked me on? But they're not the only one going to receive life, Deborah. They just the light that can see and that can enter into the gate to life. They are the light that I use in the end days to come out of darkness with the marvelous light. Because if he was the light from the beginning, he got to show up and show out that let you know I'm the end too. I'm that same light. He has to bring truth out of darkness. And like Quiet Storm nailed it, he nailed it. It ain't coming out to make sure you get it. So it put me in such a position to realize all that you're talking, you know what that is, Deborah? That's light coming out of darkness. That's what it is. All this time that I'm talking, it is the light that's coming out of darkness. And that's why people are not going to get it. And that's why people can't comprehend it. That's why people can't grip it. It's because it's only coming out of darkness when darkness thought it had it made. It thought since it flipped good into evil and evil into good, it thought since I flipped darkness into light and light into darkness, since I made bitter sweet and sweet bitter, now they all lost. I even flipped wrong into right and right into wrong. Where is right? You can't find it. Finally did it. I have deceived the whole world by flipping everything that Yah created that was good. He flipped it to deceive the whole world. And now Yah is showing any and everybody that exists. All of this darkness, watch me rule this at the end. So that light that you switch, you're going to see it come on and take you out. So he's bringing the light to shine as it coming out of the darkness. How is it coming out of the darkness? This is why all those, listen to this. This is why those prophets and those mighty men of Yah was worn out. A lot of people talk a lot of talk, but they ain't going to tell the truth, y'all. Because let me tell y'all something about Moses. Moses was miserable. Moses was so miserable, he gave up on Yah. You know why? You know why? Because those that he was leading and guiding all those years, they took on the darkness, the evil, the wicked over Yah. Moses got so burnt out, he said, I can't deal with it. I'm going to join them. And he joined them. That's why he kept complaining to Yah about Yah. Yah sitting here telling him, do you not see what these people are doing? No, he couldn't see it. Because right had turned into wrong, and wrong had already turned into right. Good has turned into bad, and bad has already turned into good. The light had turned into darkness, darkness already turned to the light. I don't care how many times he took his tail to the mountain. He still took their sides over Yah. All the perfect, the perfection, the light that Yah was, all the power still did not allow Moses to step from a different side than those that he was leading. What did he do? What did Moses do? He went on to the side that had switched good to evil and evil to good. The side that switched dark to light and light to darkness. He got so tired. And that's why Yah told him, you're not going to make it to the promised land. And I never, ever, and I'm going to be honest, heard nobody preach it. And even they study guy telling them that that's why Moses didn't make it. He charged Yah so many times. He said so many negative things to Yah because he was getting frustrated, trying to defeat that. Solomon, same way. Solomon did seen everything under the sun, all the darkness under the sun. He had full knowledge, full wisdom, and full understanding of everything under the sun. And guess what? This was which was under the sun, where he couldn't hold up. So he went the wrong way over the right way. What do you mean? He told him not to get involved with those of another nation because they were going to what? Drive him away from him. Why would Solomon want to be driven from him after all he done for his father and him? What would make Solomon burnt out? Burnt out. Burnt out from what? Righteous being hidden and made wrong. Good made evil. Darkness took light. To where he ended up likewise going in another direction from all that wonderful living that Yah has given him. He still turned to the other side. This is why he did admire Abraham a whole lot. But there's many things that Abraham have stepped into. So what y'all did not understand, that's why heavens has assigned for sure, without a doubt, that those that I send down, that was the light, No matter which way they turn, stamp, blameless. Woo! Why? Didn't nobody send Satan down but the Most High Yah? Well, what did he do? He sent him down with a mission. Satan came down to deceive the whole world. And deceiving the whole world, he took good out. He took righteous out. He took light out. He had to. That was his only way to deceive the whole world. He did a good job. So when Yah turns around and say, okay, I'm going to put some out there with the light. I'm going to lead and I'm going to guide them. I'm going to be in them. And all these years that darkness has been over light and evil has been over good and wrong has been over right. I'm going to bring the light, and the light going to pour truth out of all this darkness. Because Yah is not going to allow the end to come until truth has been poured out of darkness to show Satan you didn't win nothing. Because to leave truth in darkness would say he has conquered the light in the way the light rests within the seeds of the light. No, you ain't. Satan knows Yah in a way that we as flesh and blood reject knowing him. Why? Because we're in a place as flesh that thinks that right is wrong and wrong is right. That's why I couldn't understand, why was I born to see all the wrong? Couldn't figure it out. It just didn't make any sense. Y'all, I used to pray and ask the Father, why is it? Why does this need to be? Why do I see all the wrong? He said, wrong wouldn't have never been there if I hadn't put it there, Deborah. So in it all, you were one that was sent to see the darkness, the evil. You ain't come down there to see the righteous and the good. You the light that's shining on the evil and the darkness. Those are the end day prophets. They come to speak that which was in the dark and bring that bad boy to light. Because it's been hidden under the deception of Satan switching everything out. And the world believes the wrong. And I still today can see it. But now today, I'm a bird that he didn't release out of the window. Because now I know it wasn't me that's able to break these things down to the point where it's looked like it's bad information, but it's good. It's looked like it's supposed to offend people, but it's righteous. And because Satan has deceived the world and made you to believe that right is wrong and wrong is right. Dark is light and light is dark. Evil is good and good is evil. So where you won't see good, you won't be able to see the light, you won't be able to see righteous. That's what Isaiah chapter 20 and verse 23 is telling you. It has been switched. And as Quiet Storm said, but Mama, that's a long time. Yes, it is. And he began to tell me about verses where you can see where Yah has kind of forgiven and has given us information of how. So I told him one of them is blameless. He's going to hold you blameless. He sent you down here. You didn't send yourself. But when you understand, not only did he send you his son Satan, yeah. And when he sent you with a purpose. When he sent Satan, he sent him with a purpose. Satan's certain purpose was to deceive the whole world. He could not deceive the whole world if good stood for good. He couldn't deceive the whole world if light stood for light. He couldn't deceive the whole world if righteous stood for righteous. He wouldn't be able to deceive the whole world if just stood for just. The only way he can deceive the world is he can make right wrong and wrong right. The word is right. It's locked up in wrong. He can make light dark and dark light. When where is the light? It's caught up in darkness. So he can make good evil and evil good. When where is good? It's lost in evil. So when people are living all these years, they've been living in the dark, in the evil. You see? Because it was labored good. The darkness was labored the light. So all this time, in my mind, why did they drop the ball? Why they can't go back and get it? Because they walking in that which Satan used to deceive the whole world. And then Yeshua was telling his disciples on Mount Olive privately, don't be deceived. Because deceive is what has happened on the earth. And this is why you see people believing what they wanted to believe. And I see myself seeing the bad. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. I'm walking around all my living seeing bad stuff. Seeing bad stuff. I got to go to the Most High Yah and be pleading and crying and hooping and hollering and saying, what you want me to do? Why is it like this? How are you supposed to get out of this? How is they don't see this? Why is it they don't understand this? Why is it they don't get this? I'm wandering around here trying to figure it out. Why is it this way? I have been set free this morning by the Ruach with the full revelation. You are the one that's seeing the darkness, the evil. And to the world, you are the wrong one. You're the bad one. You're the evil one. You're the dark one. Why? Because you speak the darkness. You speak on the evil. They have gotten everybody else thinking that wrong is right and right is wrong. They got everybody else thinking evil is good and good is evil. So the people really don't know what good is, Deborah. That's what he was telling me. Deborah, people don't even know what evil is, Deborah. Deborah, they don't know what's wrong, what righteous is, because they're so busy thinking that things are righteous when they are wrong. I've talked about me doing taxes and way they's taking y'all money and what they stealing when you taking out deductions on your check. And I even started with your only first hour. Everything I say to you all, it seems like it's evil. It seems like it's bad. It seems like it's mean. It seems like it's no good news. You know what it is? It's what y'all said it is all this time. You don't need to be praying for me to change the way I purpose you. You was purposed to come down, to call out that evil, that stole good. You was the person that was purposed to call out that darkness that stole light. You was the one that was purposed to call out that wrong who claimed to be righteous. And because you are the light that comes out of the darkness to reveal what the darkness has held all these years, you now the evil. You are the darkness. You are the wrong. Remember I said to y'all, he said, do not look for increase. Look for decrease. Don't look for increase, look for decrease. I get it now. It all makes sense. We're living in a time where we really, really think we got this right. And the Spirit spoke to me with that quiet inner voice. Sitting here just as teaching me, let me show you, just teaching me, and I'm like, okay, it's time to die. Y'all don't understand that. I said, oh, it's time to die now. I just figured it was time for me to die. Because to know what he was revealing to me, and it's a sad thing because I can't put it out to you like he was revealing it to me. But I say to y'all, let me tell you, this is why he has blameless written on your spirit. He got blameless. This is why he sent his own down. And he knows who his own is. So what happened? He said about Christ something that many of y'all have not even heard it. He was talking about how if anybody that say that do not know Christ, the Son of Yah, knoweth not me. I said, wow. Christ was the light. That was his spirit of Yah, the light. That's why he's also the head of the body. He didn't tell us what we want. And in me, I say, he say, Deborah, you know how you say in here, this book, they done smeared it and so on. But you know how I tell you, they read the book and still don't go back. And they called it the word. Can't nothing help people. It can't help nobody. The deceiver has deceived the whole world. Now Yah is about to destroy the deceiver. Not the deceiver. He's going to destroy the deceiver, place of residence, his seat, and his synagogue. And because those are the things that I've tried to teach you all, that Satan's residence is here in the United States. Okay? His seat is here in the United States. The fake Israelis, they are the synagogue. They are the worshipers for the synagogue. And because you all don't understand that Satan's seat and resident in the United States, that's why they rule over here. Everything I've been saying to y'all, and he set me free. Because I realized that's why I'm saying these things to them, because it's the light that's coming out of darkness. He's sending light to pull all truth out of darkness. And like Quiet Storm say, it ain't going to be them pulling it out of the darkness. It ain't pulling them out of the darkness to wake nobody up. So you run your tail around here saying, I'm waiting for the awakening if you want to. No, he's bringing that which is in the dark to light. Because Satan has held the light, the good, the righteous in the dark and called it evil, darkness, and wrong. I mean, right. It was righteous, but he called it, no, it was wrong and he called it righteous. It was light and he called it darkness. It was good and he called it evil. All this time. So in the end days, Yah is bringing the truth, which holds the light out of the darkness in the end days. So that which was in the dark, well, who was in the dark, Father? Y'all, who you talking about? Who was that in the dark? That which was in the dark shall come to the light in the last days, because it was once in the dark, because the darkness stole the light. The darkness, the evil, stole the good. The wrong stole the right. And this is why I be looking and trying to figure out, Father, how do you expect me to see and hear everything you give me? And what did I call it? A brick wall. It is a brick wall because it's not coming to change you. If the change has not been made in you, then it ain't for you. Okay? The light that's coming out of darkness, they're coming out of darkness with spirit and truth. It's coming out as light. And it's coming out with the word as it is in the bosom of the Father. Not in the book. In these end days. So I, Sister Deborah, would have said, if I was in the wilderness asking him questions at school, wait a minute, but you let them do all that. But Deborah, before heaven and earth was created, everybody was assigned their purpose. And many have never questioned or even gave it a thought. Why was the tree of life even near the tree of good and evil? Why? You see? So all this time, they ain't getting this, they ain't getting this, they ain't getting the ball is being dropped, the ball is being dropped, yes, the ball have been dropped since the beginning. Satan has full control since the beginning. This is why they turned around and took the scrolls and then tried to rewrite them and made the King James Bible. Someone asked me today, what do you think about the Enoch, the book of Enoch? I don't think of nothing about the book Enoch. Enoch can't save me. Enoch words can't save me. Enoch words can't redeem me. Enoch words can't send me to the altar of the Most High Yah. Enoch words can't minister salvation. Enoch's words can't give me no type of word of deliverance. Enoch's words can't do nothing for me. Nothing. So I go not near another book that the flesh of man got a hold of. So I have been set free. I'm like a loose bird in the wind. Because now I understand that you are created to speak in the order in which you speak. Everything, let me say the example. Everything that I see, I don't go quoting all the good in it or telling people when the good this, the good this, the good this. Was not everything good in the beginning? Or was it not? Everybody wants the good, but that's not the one you need to be knowing. You need to see the bad, because the bad is what got you tied up believing that light is darkness, darkness is light. Good is evil, evil is good. Right is wrong, and wrong is right. That's what people are walking, talking, living, breathing on. And y'all said, in the end, I'm going to show up and show out. And that's what he's doing. That's why he has to destroy everything. Because people still don't see his power. They don't see his authority. Why do you got to cut up from the floor up like that? Because they're going to have to see me for who I am. Now, they didn't saw Satan. They didn't did the Satan way all this time. And they call it right. He said, you sat and you broke it down to them. You told them about the twos. Everything you speak, you break it down into twos. Does it help? No, it don't. Because if they can't see the tools in good and evil and be able to measure, if they can't see the tools in darkness and light and measure it, if they can't see the tools in right and wrong and measure it, then what makes you think that they can actually comprehend the tools from the kingdom? They can't. You bringing light out of darkness. And he wanted me to understand, when you are called to bring light out of the darkness, it comes with long suffering. It comes with endurance. Yeshua came to bring light out of darkness. Because Satan's same clique that he had in Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20 and 23, that same clique was going on when Yeshua HaMashiach came. After he left, did it change anything? Did it change anything? Ain't nothing changed. Even to the point where he says, it's going to be like the days of Noah. Why is he saying that? Because nothing ain't going to change, Deborah. Every imagination was wicked and evil continually. That vouches for this end day too, y'all. Do you see? Why every imagination and evil? Oh, it's the giants. It's the fallen angels. No. It's he that comes down to deceive the world, that made y'all think that what you doing is right and it's 100% wrong. Where you are darkness, calling it light. You light yourself light. You are evil, calling yourself good. And ain't nothing you can do about it. You done messed up yourself because you have deceived with your own self to believe right is wrong and wrong is right. So the end day, he's bringing the bold ones. Go back. The bold ones are those who's going to have to take up the baton and run. What are they going to go through? Long suffering and endurance. Just as Yeshua had to go through long suffering and endurance. Why? Because he had light. He had the keys. The 12 disciples, even the disciples, look at them, y'all. They can't, now watch this. Why would they come here? Walk with the Messiah. Start the churches. Preach the gospel with the power. And have to go out like they went out. It don't done on y'all do it. No, you know why it don't make any sense or make any difference to y'all? Let me tell y'all why. And it does to Sister Deborah, like I always tell you about my brothers and how they had to leave up out of here. You know why it don't make any difference to y'all? Because right is wrong and wrong is right. Good is evil and evil is good. Dark is light and light is darkness. In your whole mind and heart. And that's how he deceived you. That's why people don't have that heart. They have that heart of hate. Like Cain did. He had no reason to hate his brother. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. He came down here as the serpent seed born of the flesh. Abel was just coming temporarily. He wasn't coming down here to live. He wasn't coming down here to stay. You see? He wasn't coming down here for all that. He was a spiritual seed just passing by to give us to give Sister Deborah an example of the two seeds that came to the earth. And as we stand today, only two seeds exist. You either one or the other. And even if you're the spiritual seed, you still been deceived. But guess what? If you've been deceived, y'all gonna still hold you blameless. Why? Because he stamped blameless on you before you got your butt down here. Because he already know that the way Satan is coming down to deceive, he going to take everything I stand for and flip it to everything he stand for. And he did an excellent job. I told y'all that a year ago. He done an excellent job. He did his purpose to deceive the whole world. And the only way he could have done that was to take light, take righteous, take good, take hate, and make it what this world is consist of. So see, it's no way out. That's why everybody got to die. That's why. Because he has flipped it. And when he flipped it, don't think that the Father didn't know he was going to do it. Because he did. But what I like about the Most High, when you see Abraham finna sacrifice his son, Isaac, that's what you call the light. The light was doing what was told to him by the Creator himself. And what did the Creator do? He told him, okay, hold up. You should look over there. See that ram? Y'all always got a ram in the bush, no matter what. He always got the ram in the bush to bring us out of any and every situation. And those that are, I kept telling people, if you are in the light, you are in the body of Hamashiach. Because the body of Hamashiach needs the light. And that light is bringing all truth out of darkness. Woo! Why? Because Satan already met his quota. He met it already, y'all. Y'all just down there clowning. Satan didn't met his quota. He has successfully deceived the whole world. He has made everything right wrong. He has made everything good bad, and everything evil good. He has made everything in the dark and took it from the light. And you know what? People will stand here and look at me cockeyed and say that ain't happening. Hold up a minute. Today I got the revelation. I didn't get the revelation from you. I got the revelation from the Most High Yah, from an inner part of who I am. He's in me. That's why I got the revelation. I can fly now. Because him just let me know the reason why you see everything bad and you teach everything bad and you give them all the dirt that has been piled up and hidden is because you don't like bringing that stuff out of the darkness. And do you think the darkness ready for you to do that, Deborah? No. So look for decrease and not increase. You see? See, he warned me all this week. Everything even when he talked about the purpose. Your purpose. Everything he has talked about, reversing. Did not Satan reverse all of these? He reversed everything over to the point where you can't tell light from darkness. Because you can't find light. You can't tell good from evil. Because evil that made everything that's good evil. So that means that what he was telling me, you can't change nobody, Deborah. All the words I give you, if you stand on the mountaintop for the next years, it still ain't gonna help nobody. You're coming to bring truth, and truth come to set free. But in the process of setting free, it's coming to bring truth out of darkness with the light. That's what he said. In the end days, the true worshipers shall come. And what did he say? And they shall worship in spirit and truth. Because they're worshiping outside of what Satan has mastered. And they're going to endure. They're going to long suffer. Because people don't want to hear it. And they shouldn't have to. Because if it was the purpose and the duty and the will of my Father for him to deceive the whole world, you best bet that was master, along with my Father's will. Let me get that straight. Let me tell y'all that straight up from the floor. When it all said and done, it's all wrapped in his will. And his will was designed before the foundation of the world. It rests in his bosom. So from the beginning to the end, it is finished already in him. So for me to say what I'm saying, guess what? That's got to set me free. Because in him, it was already finished. And for him to give me an opportunity to understand, no, baby, you're not a hypocrite. You're not a hypocrite. You're not a backbiter. You're not a liar. You're not none of that. You're the one that's bringing the light out of the darkness. And do you think the darkness is ready for you to bring some light out of it? No. No. You're not a narcissist. You don't have pride. You don't have ego. The Spirit cleared me today because I'm always, and y'all, this is not just lately, this is always, I'm always telling the Father, I don't want to be nothing but that which pleases you. I don't want to be, and you hear stuff and you hear and you say, I said, you know what? And I think this is a really, to me, it's a blessing to me. That's why I thought I wasn't going to live today, y'all. I thought I was going to die today. I really thought I was going to die today because he set me that free. He set me that free to where now I can fly. I'm in full understanding. I got it to the fullness. I got the revelation now of what he said. And it doesn't mean and the same thing, not just to me, others that are the light carriers. They're carrying spirit and truth out of darkness. Because the darkness held it all this time. Darkness been holding it all this time. Darkness held it captivity all this time. Y'all knew they were holding it. The darkness was holding it. Yeah, he knew it. And in the end days, it's going to come to light. The true worshipers is going to bring it out of the light, out of the darkness. And it ain't coming to deliver nobody. That's already been done. It ain't coming to save nobody. That's finished. That's been done. It ain't coming to redeem nobody, you guys. That's why I say all these books and everything everybody clowning about, none of that can bring you to the bosom of the Father. And if a book can't bring you to the bosom of the Father, you better tell that book. You better go on with Satan somewhere. Because the Father said he wants to live in you. And if he's not in you, talking to you like he talks to me in quiet voice, he tells you things, he whispered to you, he tell you no, he tell you yes. He tell you stop. He tell you to start. And he sets you free. When the world who've been deceived try to hold you in the same bondage in which they are in. So when Quiet Storm came and began to break these things down, I took all my paperwork and I said, there it is. And he was going over, he said, but that is exactly what I'm talking about. The world will see Yeshua hanging on the cross. And they said they killed him and they put him on the cross, they beat him. That was wrong, that was wrong, that was wrong. And then here go Yeshua said, wait a minute, hold on, what y'all crying about? What's y'all problem? They killed the Messiah, they crucified him, they hung him on the cross. Wait a minute, let me tell y'all one thing. Nobody took my life. I laid it down. That's a prime example of what I'm telling you. But if you leave it to the world, they will see it in a way that'll win the world over. Right, wrong. Wrong, right. You see how easy that is? They ain't gonna look at the fact that he said, wait a minute, hold up. No, ain't nobody took my life. What you mean ain't nobody took your life? What was that you was hanging up on the cross for? But when he said ain't nobody took my life, he's pulling out the spirit of truth on your butt. He's bringing the light out of it. You can make it what you want, but Deborah tell him, ain't nobody took my life. I laid that bad boy down. Hello? But then you see it get up again? No, they don't know nothing about that, Father. They busy dying eggs for the same reason. And then you wonder why people celebrate pagan days. How could, like I was telling my son, I said, how could my Jonah in the well? I said, Jonah, how could Christmas be Christmas? Okay, let me tell y'all. This is going to be funny. Watch this. I got a daughter who believes that when it's my birthday, it's supposed to be recognized the way she wanted it to be recognized. That means Mama don't like Mexican food. Mama don't eat seafood. But when your birthday comes, I'm getting everybody together and we taking you to seafood. We taking you to a Mexican restaurant every year. And we get into an argument. Because I let her know. I'm not going where you find pleasure eating. Because you feel that this is the way you want to celebrate me getting old. Hold up. We don't do that. Y'all, I called everything up. I bring that thing down. I looked at myself and realized that in my family, I'm the one they know they don't go for no crap. I'm telling y'all, they know if they say left and left is not the right way, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, hold up, wait a minute, who called that shot? You see? So she does this every year. So she did it this year. So my baby son was saying, but Mama, maybe she just wants you to try something different. I'm too old for me to start reversing to y'all ways. I have a way that's in me that's led by the Spirit. I am not going to go in the way that pleases y'all. And I told him, this has happened at least 4 times. I'm not going to no restaurant. And I settled that thing. I settled that bad boy. I said, no. Let me tell y'all why. About 6 years ago, they had my parents, my sisters, my brother-in-laws, my children, my everybody. It was a lot of them. It was about, watch this, y'all. Watch this here. It was about probably a good 25, 30 people. While they sitting here plotting to celebrate my birthday at a location six years ago, I'm planning for all this work. Guess why? Because they don't even understand I can read mine. I already know what they had up. I played in it because my baby boy, I told him, you think Mama don't know what y'all got up? He said, Mama, don't spoil it. They gonna think I told you. I said, baby, you didn't tell me. I already knew. He said, well, yeah, can you just act like you don't know, Mama? I said, no, Jonah, I don't want to go to this place. Now, who goes out to a place and pay these people something like $600 and something to sit down and eat? And I've been a professional cook and a chef all my life. Why would y'all take a day that I get old to pay the world off? Why? And you know I don't like going out to eat. Why? Why? people do wrong and they make it right. You know how they make it right? They'll tell everybody she's a troublemaker because all we want her to do is to do it our way. She don't want to go out to eat. If I don't want to go out to eat, you can go tell the whole world. Tell them, yeah, I said it. Making right, wrong, right. Why is it that you're going to make this appear to be right? Because you want them to think you're doing something good. So you turning it and you making it right and good when it is evil. And this is what is going on in the world itself. People are flipping stuff. And she poured it again. You know what she said this time? Well, it's a lot of nice places you can go to eat, Mama. She said, but what about going to the winery? Why is it I have to do wrong with you to make it appear to be something right? Then my granddaughter said, but Granny, it's just not a place where people try wine and everything, but you can also eat. Have y'all not known me all these years? Why do they try to convince me to do things that's wrong? And they call it right. I stand my ground. Come on, let's go to Mexico. We all going to Mexico. They get ready. They got their passport. They going to Mexico. Well, we trying to get her to go to Mexico. She don't want to go. She ain't got a passport. Oh, she ain't. If there's something that I warn y'all, Mexico is having a lot of issue with the Cortez and all these things that's active. Why is it? You know what they say? They say, you talking bad. You speaking bad energy. Why do you have to always tell the bad? Why is it you can't see the good in it? You see? Why is it we always got to see and hear the bad? Why can't there be something good and it's just be good? You know what? They win themselves over with making what is wrong right and right wrong. Only reason why I'm telling them the bad, it ain't the good that would hurt you. It's the bad. And that's what the world today don't understand. Hearing the bad is the best thing for you. Hearing that thing that caused you to be offended is the best thing for you. I heard the Most High say, man has become like one of us, now knowing good and evil. Did he say we know good and evil and that's bad? No, because he knew when you come to the full knowledge of what this evil is, you know something. But if you think evil don't exist and everything is good, that's how he deceived the world. He flipped everything to appear good by using evil. So he called good evil and evil good to where you won't really be looking at things that are good. You're going to be looking at things that are evil. But you're going to call it good. That's the only way he was able to deceive the whole world. So I texted her and I told her, I'm not going nowhere to eat. I'm a professional cook for 40 some years. I don't want to sit up and eat somebody else's cooking or somebody else's food. Thanks, but no thanks. And my son said, I'm glad you just went on and just told her so she can stop asking. Yes, I did. You ain't going to have me doing things that pleases you all. Mommy, you need to get your passport so you can go here, here, here. Who said I want to go there? Who? Wait a minute, hold up. Because in this world, if you're not following, no matter how dark it is, and if you're not following what they're saying, because you see that there's no good in it, then they don't see you to be one that agrees when they want to go here, go here, go here. Do you want to go? Come go with us. Get your passport. Come go. No. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna go when I'm gonna go. Not going because you want to make something good that's bad look good, feel good. It's amazing how they all want to go to places that's dangerous. First thing they said, I know you say, do I study? I've been telling them kids to do your study. Don't go because you can't. Don't be going out here in this dangerous. Come on, don't go out here into this world. My sons will go out here to these sundown towns, y'all, like it ain't nothing. Because they don't, and you're warning them. The warning don't mean nothing. I don't care if it's your children. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care if it's your neighbors. People have been making and teaching and preaching and lying to people just to agree with them. Just to agree with them. They have no idea if Satan was given the authority to switch things. You don't have to agree with the switch itself because you already agree with it unknowingly and knowingly, because he switched everything out of God's order and made it out of the order of what is evil, darkness, wrong, and bitter. Bitter is hate. He's turned everything into that order. And everything that's actually taking place, when y'all hear me talking and I'm telling y'all what is being said, what has been spoken, I'm telling you that because I'm bringing light out of darkness. I'm not telling you this because I ain't got nothing better to do. My calling, my purpose is just that. That's why I can fly today. When he told me that, I said, now I'm going to die today. I told him all the way to the doctor's office and coming back. This is it for me, Father? Is this it for me? Because I'm going to tell y'all, I cannot put it out the way he had put it in me. It was beautiful. It was awesome. But it made me just throw up my hands and say, oh, Father, I'm just so grateful that you have set me free. My purpose is not to bring the word out of his bosom like into the darkness. I am to bring the light out of this darkness. And the light ain't coming to set you free. That light ain't coming to awaken you. That light ain't coming to save you, to deliver you. That light is coming in the end days. That which is in the dark shall come to the light. He's bringing the things that was dropped from the beginning. He's revealing it. And he's not revealing it to the mass, to the multitude. Why? Because they can't see, even though they say they see. They can't hear, even though they say they hear. You see? But again, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to leave this with you tonight. He did tell me that narrow gate is for those who know the way. They are the light that knows the way through the narrow gate, through eternal life, to eternal life. But he says that those who still don't go through the narrow gate and they don't know the way, guess what? Those that's going through the broad gate, they already assigned to the broad gate. But the other ones, they're going to gain eternal life. The one that go to the narrow gate is those who know the way. Because the way is in them. It's the ones who have the light. They can go on through the narrow gate, through all the darkness, go through the narrow gate toward life. But there are many that also is going to gain life. You see? He just wanted me to understand it's not just the few. The few are the ones that's carrying the light in all this darkness today. They bring in the truth out. You remember that man I gave y'all a video of, and he was talking about the truth of love? You see how he waited to now to bring that out? You get what I'm saying? So the Father is saying that he's got his that's going to bring the truth. Why is it you all never fall? How could that word love mess us up like that? Because Satan has switched it. That's why. He has switched it. The word love was switched for something else. Just like soul. Everything, the ball was dropped, and the Father said, in the end days, I'm about to show up and show out. But I got to bring some truth out, Deborah. And those that I have with the light, they're going to bring the truth out in the end days, out of darkness. So that shows you who was holding it then. If light had to come out of darkness, why was light in darkness? In the end days, that which is in the dark shall come to light. The dark shall come to light. Why was the light in darkness? You see? So it's a purpose according to his will, that there are those who come out and they speak spirit and truth in the light. And they don't have to speak to try to get likes and subscribers or trying to get people to hear them and understand them. No. Because it's only those that are the one that Yah has already appointed and anointed them to run this end journey race. To go into this darkness, pull out the light, and bring it to where it's revealed. And being revealed don't mean to the world. It's going out. Truth is going out. How did it get out? Through light. The majority sits in darkness, eats in darkness, live in darkness, sleep in darkness, and they're going to die in darkness. Even eternal darkness is their eternal place. You see, so it's majority people. You can't, don't think, don't feel that you can change, that you can teach, you can preach, you can do. No, you can't. You can't do it. You can't deliver them. You can't get them to see. You can't. You're not going to be able to do anything. It's just, it's nothing you can do. And like I said, when you hear Stephen standing there getting stoned, he looked up to heavens, he was telling the Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. But didn't they thought they was doing something right? You get the point I'm making? Because when you see all these people stoning this man because he's teaching them about the word, when they beheaded Peter, I think it's Peter, when they killed all of them disciples, did y'all know that they thought that was right? I don't think y'all really get it. And I know you don't, but it ain't important. I'm set free. I'm a bird that's gone out to the wind. Yah has opened the window for me to fly. When they crucified Yeshua, his own people, betrayed him, gave him to Pilate to crucify him, and hollered, crucify. Do y'all know they thought that was the right thing? Y'all don't get it, do you? You see how Satan has switched? This is the man that was showing you miracle signs and wonders. This is the man that fed 6,000, 5,000. This is the man that raised the dead. This is the man that healed the sick. This is the man that did all this before y'all. And now you want to kill him? And now, not only that, you saying crucify him. Not only that, you took him to the people to kill him. What happened? Y'all still don't get it, do you? Why was that right? And he was wrong. Why was it wrong to kill the disciples? Why? Why was it wrong, and why was it important to kill them in such a harsh way? Why was it? Wait a minute. All this that they doing, that's right. All that they was doing, that was right. But they saw it as what? They didn't see it as right, people. You see the sickness in people? You all wouldn't even know that. Them prophets that God gave a word to go tell the people, were they beating him? Was he beating them? Was he taking their money? Was he stealing? What did DePaul them? What did they do to the people? Y'all still don't get it, do you? It ain't meant for you to get. This is the example I'm trying to tell you how God set me free. Those 12 disciples started the church. Those 12 disciples were bringing the gospel. Those 12 disciples brought out miracles, signs, and wonders. Those 12 disciples traveled to start the gospel and to start the body of Hamashiach. So why are you killing them? How did they become wrong and you become right? Y'all don't get it, do you? Do you see the deception of Satan? He made the disciples wrong and you all right. And even to today, y'all stand y'all tails around and think you 100% right. But I come to tell you, as the prophet in the wilderness, you as wrong is, was, and gonna be. And you better hope the lake of hell ain't where you assigned. You look at all them disciples. You look at all the prophets. Why are y'all killing them like that? What did they do to deserve to be that? Why would you want to kill them like that? Okay, I tell you what. Okay, so you just want to kill them, right? Why do you have to kill them like that? Why do you have to beat them? Why do you have to lock them up? Why? I bet you not one of you can tell me why. Not one of you on these lives can tell me why did they have to kill them like they killed those 12 disciples? Why did they have to do those prophets like that? Go back, see how they kill them. Why? Because Satan had already flipped wrong to be right and right to be wrong. He had already turned darkness into light and light into darkness. Good into evil and evil into good. So what were they doing? They were doing evil, but they thought it was good. They were doing wrong and they called it right. I sat back and heard the Pharisees and Sadducees, that was the priests and the Levites. The Levites and the one that the priests and the Levites and the Israelites that was in the church. Did y'all know when they saw Yeshua crucified, all they wanted to do was take him down? Listen to this. I'm sure y'all don't even get it. Y'all don't get it. I don't care if you don't get it. It ain't meant for you. Like he said this morning, you free. Like he said, you got a lane. Don't worry about nobody else. Know that you got what you got. Because watch this. Did y'all know Judah and Israel, those that was in the church, those that was the Levi, the priest, they went to Pilate to make sure they killed him while he was still alive. Because Sabbath is coming in. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that either, do you? You see what I'm saying? Why? Because the reason why you ain't gonna see it, you don't understand it, you don't know it, you don't have the wisdom of it and the knowledge of it, it's because that's how far you are from truth. That's how far you go. That's how far wrong is right in you and right is wrong. That's how far evil is good in you and good is evil. Dark is light and light is dark. It rests in you, and everything that's evil to you is good. It's in you. It's been there for so long, you don't know the difference. They wanted to make sure he was dead before the Sabbath came in. You tell me, ain't that deep? So they tell him, Pilate, you know what they do? They make sure, what do? They do something to him, break their legs. Why are you wanting him to break the legs when the prophecy in the old told y'all in the church, when he come, you can't break his legs? Well, so why do y'all want to break his legs? Right is wrong and wrong is right. No one ever thought, well, wait a minute, Deborah. We as the so-called true Jews, the true food that's here on the earth, can't grip the fact that we was the number one participant in the crucifixion. Now, who set that up? Who set that up? The Most High, y'all. So that what? We may see our ugly selves, and we still today sitting here battling, people bothering us. We don't see nothing. Right is wrong and wrong is right. Dark is light, light is dark. Good is evil and evil is good. So now you don't see nothing that fall under the category of what God represents. Why? Because everything been flipped to the point where it's at. Where is it at, y'all? It's in us. Here and here. And we call it holy. We call it righteous. We call it the Ruach. We call it the light. We call it spirit and truth. So I'm looking at all of this and I'm like saying, wait a minute. This don't make sense. None of this makes sense. I didn't know my battery was low, so I'm going to get off of here. And that's not just with the Messiah. That's with everything. The disciples, the prophet, that's with everything. You can pull up everything in the book. Every time you read it, you're going to pull up what I'm talking about. And you're going to say, how is it we this took place and it doesn't bother, it doesn't come to us, it doesn't dawn on us that this is wrong. We're seeing all this wrongdoing in this country. I ain't even said a country. We as people who want to pretend we're the light. We see all this stuff going on, but guess what? We don't see it. It don't fade. It don't bother you. Why? Because you are so rooted with wrong appearing to be right, and right appearing to be wrong, to where we don't see it at all, and we just assume this is the norm. That's why people are numb to it, y'all. How can you get numb to what is going on? And I'm like saying, oh, Father, how can people, why can't Sister Deborah, anybody know why Sister Deborah can't get numb to it? The reason why I can't get numb to it is I see it. I see it in the light, y'all, for what it is. I don't see it like Satan has swished it. I see it like it is in the light. That's how I see it. I see it in the light. I don't see it how Satan has swished it. I see it in the light. But what does that mean? You wrong. And the way Satan set it up is right. Because they can't comprehend it the way you telling them. Because Satan has set it up for so long this way, they become the ways of Satan and believe the ways that are dark, to believe the ways that are evil, that's been switched over. They can't see no good. They can't see no light. Because they have took the wrong way and made it right. And it rests there in them. It can't change, and it won't. They can't see the difference. That's how he successfully, even to the point of today, deceived the whole world. That's how he was able to master it. So even when Yeshua said, forgive them for they know not, do y'all understand what he's talking about? Forgive them for they know not. What is it they don't know? Stephen, forgive them for they know not. Several of them have said it. What are y'all talking about that they don't know? They don't know that Satan has switched everything over, and they don't know it. So instead of them looking at right, they look at wrong. Instead of they looking at good, they look at evil. And it's the same way they deal with Yah. It's the same way they see Yah. That's why no one can understand Christ. Because nobody want to see Christ for Christ. They want to see him from the power of what everybody say he is. Well, how about this? Can't you feel him? Come on with it. Bring him on. How about that? No, you can't feel him. That shows you he ain't in you. See him that way. How about that? Can you see him that way? Feel that thing. Pull it up. Pull up. See? You can't. They have took the gospel that came with word and power, and they don't even understand what the gospel is. They think they getting the gospel right now. No one can understand, even Moses, what would have made him take their side all the time over Yah. He didn't do it just once. Because he got tired of doing it the righteous way. Or hearing it the righteous way. From who? The Most High. I'm going to be on their side. Going up to the mountain. But still find favor in the one that was doing it wrong. And then when y'all trying to chastise him, he always step in front of him like he's somebody. I'm a block it. You're going to do this to them. And no one ever thought, well, why didn't Moses get to make it to the promised land? Nobody talk about it. Because they want you to have that mindset. If right is wrong and wrong is right. They don't want you to know the truth. They want you to live the lie. So I learned that my purpose down here was to show Judah their lie, their evil, their wickedness. And anyone else, anything I see in the dark, bring that bad boy to the light. And so what? They can't hear it. They can't see it. It don't matter. You my light. As long as I can see you bringing that out of darkness to the light. Well done, my servant. It don't matter about these spirits that's out here, these flesh that's out here, because they already numbered. And they don't give a rat's behind. Heaven's got you in one book or the other. Many don't even understand. I was sitting here trying to, and I know this is crazy. I was trying to a couple of days feel how it must feel to be gone. Never being on the earth ever again. Never seeing those that you knew all this time and that you lived with and that you love. Never seeing them ever again. I sit back and I try to reminisce what that would feel like. Or does it have a feeling? That's a horrible thing. And the reason why I was thinking of that is, how do people get to the stage where they can take someone else's life and don't understand you're ending their life and you continue to live yours? You're ending their life and their living while you continue to live yours. And then I try to think about how do you feel after you didn't end somebody? What is in you that's going on with you that you can't feel that even before you done it? It's because he deceived the whole world and told people it's right if you go kill that family over there. It's right. They wrong. Everything the four corners elites are doing. Do y'all know they know it's wrong? Do y'all know that they know it's wrong? They know it's darkness. They know it's evil. They know it's wrong. But they came down to serve wrong and evil. And they know it is. They have deceived the whole world and ruled the whole world under the same example I just gave y'all right here. Many of people question, especially the Hebrew Israelites, how can a handful of people rule the world? With the same protocol, same thing, successfully, and still doing it. All this wicked and evil. People are taking out people, but not, and just numb to it. And guess what? What makes it bad is they doing it with no feeling, nothing there. Why? Because it's the norm now. But guess what else worse than that? It's people like you all, me, that stand back and it's numb to what's going on. Can we do something about it now? Can we change it now? But from what I can discern, people are so caught up in self till they don't feel, see, understand, nor care about nothing that's going on, and don't even understand. It might be going on to my neighbors, or happening in California, or happening downtown, or happening next door. Guess what? Wait until it come closer to you, because it's going to. The Most High gonna see to that. And then when it come to you, know it's your turn. And then when you feel that thing, then you'll realize how numb you been all this time toward everybody else. But why is it affecting you now? Because now it's on you. It's at your door. Not at your door, it's in you. It's up on you, toe to toe. And that's what's going to get people in the end days, in this end day. Because while everybody running around here, loving on themselves so much and making themselves the highest pedal on the earth, thinking that all of this trash and all this wickedness going on ain't gonna reach them. They too high. Oh, baby, let me tell you. Oh, baby, let me tell you. It can be you today, me tomorrow. Me today, you tomorrow. I don't see it's being exempt. I don't see that. I don't see that. But that's where the mindsets are today. They have closed out to everything. Everything. And that, to me, it vouch with him turning everything and flipping things over, and people are living his way, calling it the righteous way, calling it the light, calling it spirit and truth, calling it the Ruach HaKodesh. calling it Hamashiach, Christ. They calling it everything that it ain't. And Yah is and have allowed it. So I am a grateful individual to be able to live, to be free. Free to understand that the full mission that he has invested in me is not to tell people the good. It's to tell people the bad. Hello. And it's not that it is the bad of the bad, but it is the truth of the darkness that's been hiding even the light itself. And people are content with the light being hidden by darkness. They don't have no problem. They don't have no problem with evil hiding good. They have no problem. Paul said, when I try to do good, evil is present. I want to do good, but I end up doing evil. He's telling you the same thing. Same thing. How you end up doing that? Don't you? What's going on? What's going on with you, Paul? Just showing you the level of how Satan has been given the power to reverse. He ain't been given the power to reverse it. He just reversed it right before you to deceive you. To see the opposite of really what it is. Just to get you to lean to that wicked understanding. Sister Deborah, my computer about to shut down. I hope you got something out of it, even if you didn't. He has allowed me to fly with the wind. And I say unto you, find your purpose. Shalom and shalom.